Well, hey guys, I'm back at Ulta/Target that I discovered last month and have been loving. So we're gonna head on in and check out the skincare. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you like shop with me videos. And if you haven't already, subscribe if you like skincare content from a board certified dermatologist. Hit the little bell icon, that will let you know when my videos go live. Anyways, let's head on in and check out what they've got. So I'm here in the sunscreen section. It's looking a little picked over. But I didn't know that the Up and Up brand has a mineral sunscreen lotion, SPF 50. It's zinc and titanium dioxide, water resistant, 80 minutes. Let me know if you've tried this. This would be a good one if you have really sensitive skin, and it would especially be a great option probably for around the eyes. Mineral sunscreens typically are well tolerated in that area. And because this is water resistant, it's less likely to run into your eyes with sweating. Didn't realize Sun Bomb had something called Glow. Is this tinted? I like they have like a matte tinted sunscreen that's really nice. This one is a chemical sunscreen and it does have iron oxides in it, which can offer some protection against visible light that aggravates hyperpigmentation. For me personally, I had an issue with this Cockadoo Plum in the Australian Gold Botanical sunscreens a long time ago. Like I thought it might be that. It could have just been the formula overall. Anyways, this looks interesting. Let me know if you've tried it. Looks like it might be a good tinted moisturizer with sunscreen. Pretty crowded in here today. I'm over in the minis. Target often has a good selection. Dove Advanced Care Antiperspirant. I actually really love these Dove antiperspirants, the scents. There's like one that has a pale pink top and a little pearl on the front, and I really like the scent of that. But as a reminder, antiperspirants, they can contribute to irritation under the arms, either from the fragrance or the aluminum salts, and that can end up aggravating hyperpigmentation. And if you have hidradenitis suppurativa, your antiperspirants or deodorants can be an aggravating factor, so you may need to take a break from them. If you've got HS stands for hidradenitis suppurativa, you may find that it's the antiperspirants and deodorants, even the natural ones, even the aluminum-free ones, they all can cause problems and irritation for people who have HS. So instead, use the benzoyl peroxide wash, lather it to the underarm area, leave it on the skin for a few minutes, and then rinse it off. It will help control body odor. Speaking of HS, hidradenitis, one other thing that can really be a problem for people with HS is just the act of shaving under the arms or any kind of hair removal. You may need to just grow the hair out. That actually can help cut down on HS flares if you're willing to do that, because shaving, it creates little trauma to the skin, can lead to irritation, and that actually can lead to worsening of the HS. Plus, if you have any sensitivity to nickel, a lot of times there's nickel in the razors. Yeah, if you're new here, I always like to give skincare tips in these videos rather than just, talking about products. I like to give tips that go along with the products or certain skin issues. But I wanted to come over here to the first aid section to check out the Compound W stuff. If you are dealing with a wart, check out my recent video on how to get rid of a wart and prevent them. But Compound W is basically a high percentage salicylic acid. And the way to use these is whether you choose to use the liquid or these plasters that have the salicylic acid embedded in them. The way to do this is actually soak the wart in warm water first. That will soften it. Then take an emery board and file the wart down flat. Then in the case of this liquid, just apply it to the wart with the precision tip and cover it with a bandage. If you're using these, it's got a bandage built in. Do this at night or before you go to bed if you're somebody who sleeps during the day because you work shift hours. Anyways, and then when you wake up, remove the bandage, wash your hands. You have to do it every day. These are great, but this is only 2 weeks worth. Instead, this will last you a lot longer. Doing it every single day will help it go away faster, but there's no overnight cure. There's also a gel here, just differences in consistency. This is helpful for warts on the hands, the feet, but don't use these if you have a wart on your face. Too strong for the face. If you have a wart on the face, see a dermatologist. Ideally, You can try using salicylic acid acne face products, like a salicylic acid toner or cleanser. That might help it go away a little bit faster. But yeah, don't use these on your face. Too delicate of an area. And don't use these in the genital area. Don't try and self-treat any kind of genital wart. Definitely see a derm or your GYN, your primary care doctor for that. For people who are otherwise healthy, most warts will just go away on their own because your immune system will come in and deal with it. But if you have a medical condition where you are immunocompromised, then warts can be really, really challenging to get rid of. If you have diabetes, don't try and self-treat warts on your feet because diabetics, their feet are prone to infections and things like that. So that would be another case to defer to your doctor. These products, I do not recommend self-treating your own skin tags because not only can skin tags, sometimes they have a feeder vessel and they can end up bleeding quite a bit. There's nothing about whatever this Thuja occidentalis ingredient is that's like evidence-based for doing anything. But the other risk that comes with trying to remove your own skin tags is that sometimes there can be a skin cancer lurking in there. And if you try and remove things yourself, it can make it more difficult to diagnose when you actually do see a dermatologist and to effectively treat. For a while, there was this trend on TikTok where people were using calamine lotion on their face as like a makeup primer to help with oiliness. I do not recommend doing that. Very drying, very irritating. So here they have a spray. Calamine lotion, it can be soothing to weepy rashes, but they don't have it here. A product that I think is better is Dom Burrows. It's an aluminum acetate soak. Anyways, this particular one has pramoxine in it, which is an anesthetic that will help with itch. So this would be helpful if you've got like an itchy rash, but I would not use it on the face. These cool compresses are good if you have a sunburn. They can help just alleviate the discomfort. Or if you have hives, definitely recommend having some cool compresses for when the hives flare up. All right, this is hydrocortisone cream, a week over-the-counter topical steroid. One thing I want to share with you guys, because I saw a Reddit thread actually asking about steroid creams, and somebody said, oh, hydrocortisone 1%, that's so strong. My prescription for another steroid cream is only 0.05%. And when it comes to topical steroids, ignore the percentage because, well, I shouldn't say ignore, but higher percentage of a different steroid cream, they're not the same thing. So don't assume that. Like, this is one of the weakest topical steroids that you could possibly use. I'm not saying it's not effective, but like I would never bat an eye with this for somebody who has like eczema or anything. It's super weak. It's like basically homeopathic dosing at that point. But all that to say, like steroids, their potency varies a lot, and it's not determined per se by the percentage, so you can't compare. It's influenced by like the vehicle as well as the actual steroid. So all that to say, that's a very weak one. Did you know it's Psoriasis Awareness Month? And for psoriasis, this salicylic acid, 3%, it can be helpful for thinning out the plaques of psoriasis so that your medications will penetrate more easily. People don't realize this about psoriasis. It's actually a medical illness that happens to have skin findings. You can have a arthritis that's quite debilitating. A lot of people with psoriasis deal with cardiovascular disease, high blood pressure, increased risk for a heart attack because there's so much inflammation throughout the body. We have all these new medications called biologics that target the changes in the immune system that lead to psoriasis, but they're very expensive, unfortunately. And with inflation, they've actually gotten like really, really costly for people. So yeah, it's definitely challenging for sure to get the treatments that you need, but we do have a lot more effective, we do have many more effective psoriasis treatments these days. But psoriasis is a skin condition that is prone to what's called the Kebner effect or the isomorphic response, where basically anywhere where there is skin trauma, it will elicit the psoriasis to come out. So for example, if you like scratch your skin, more psoriasis can come out in that area. It's called isomorphic response or Kebnerization. And one type of skin injury that can really that can bring it all out is if you get a sunburn. That's been known to happen. I'm over here in the Ulta section now. It seems like now they mostly have makeup. I'm not really seeing that they've kept the skincare too well stocked. That's sad. Anyways, it looks like IT Cosmetics came out with a variety of serums here. Another niacinamide serum, just what we needed. This brand tends to put like fragrance and a bunch of essential oils in their product, including this. This also has salicylic acid, which is anti-inflammatory. I'm not sure what the percentage is in this product, but it may also be exfoliating depending on how this is formulated. Niacinamide is a great ingredient if you tolerate it. It's helpful for redness, pores, oiliness, moisture barrier. This also has caffeine, topical antioxidant, which may help with redness. 3-O-ethyl ascorbic acid is a stable form of vitamin C that doesn't do anything, to be frank. Here we have a hyaluronic acid and panthenol serum, vitamin B5. Yep, this one is free of fragrance. Sodium hyaluronate, that's a humectant. I have a video recently that goes into, a lot of people are finding that hyaluronic acid irritates their skin. So check that one out. This seems okay, but if you're new to skincare, you might think that like this is something that you have to have. But if you're not, you're like, why would you be phased into paying $29 for that? I do not know. Here's the bye-bye pores. You can't get rid of your pores. They are like vital structures. It's like saying, I don't know, bye-bye duodenum. Like, it's just not something that we need to be shooting for. I mean, our pores, they house stem cells that help with our skin's renewal processes. That's where our hair comes from. It serves a variety of functions. And yeah, I mean, our pores produce oils that are helpful. Yes, they are the source of many woes like blackheads, whiteheads, but anyways, what does this have in it? Glycolic acid. See, glycolic acid is one of those ingredients where you can't really, they can list the percentage here. It doesn't really tell you much about what it's going to do for you, because the glycolic acid is an alkyl hydroxy acid. That's an exfoliant. But depending on how the product is formulated, it influences the free acid value. So you could have a 10% glycolic acid product, and another brand's 10% glycolic acid could actually be much stronger and of an exfoliant. It's all in the formulation. So in other words, the 10% doesn't tell us too much. Anyways, it has that. What else? Sunburn alert. Yes, glycolic acid will increase the risk of sunburn. I'm not seeing much else here. Confidence in your beauty sleep. I'm kind of hoping that this product doesn't have fragrance and has melatonin in it, because I'm on the hunt for melatonin products these days. I see fragrance and I don't see any melatonin, but I see ceramides. So this seems like a scented ceramide moisturizer. For $58, you guys, let's not say we did. Here's their CC cream. I don't recommend this product because it's got a lot of fragrance and essential oils in it, but it does look good on the skin. So yeah, orange peel oil, bergamot fruit oil, those can not so great for. It's ironic because this line is originally was kind of marketed as being for people with rosacea, and those ingredients can be pretty irritating for people with rosacea. Anyways, I have used this in the past. In fact, if you're an OG, some of my first videos on this channel, are of me using this product. I liked it. I had one tube in my life and I enjoyed it, but I've never repurchased it again. Here we have a variety of products by Tula. This is a brand that's been around for a while. They have a few decent products in my opinion, but for the most part, I don't know. I always think it's interesting, certain brands in skincare, like that market heavily on social media, that stay away from skincare influencers. I don't know. I'm always curious, like, what their reasoning is. Not that I think it's suspicious or anything. I think they're probably just trying to reach a different demographic than people who are interested in skincare. But it's almost like, I don't know. It's just interesting. Like, have you noticed on social media, this brand, I've never seen them work with anybody who's primarily in the skincare space. It's usually like moms or like the fashion people promote this a lot. I don't know. Maybe it's just the talent agency they go through. I'm thinking out loud here. Here they have a SPF 30 sunscreen. This is a chemical sunscreen. It shouldn't leave a cast. This has a bunch of citrus extracts, so similar to the IT Cosmetics CC cream. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend that. Anyways, what's the 24/7 Power Swipe Hydrating Day and Night? Oh, this is an eye balm. Not much I can say about that. It's kind of shady to market products as probiotic, because probiotic is like actual live bacteria, and there's no live bacteria in these products. It's like ferment filtrate, which may have prebiotics and postbiotics, which as ingredients may help in calming down inflammation. And these ferment filtrates from like bacteria and stuff, they also have moisturizing compounds, humectants. They're not bad ingredients. Peach and Lily, what do we have here? Their Transparent C Pro Spot Treatment, Vitamin C and Camellia. Check out the ingredients here. Sunflower seed oil. Is this the same one? Yeah. Sunflower seed oil. Licorice. Ferulic acid is an antioxidant. It's what's in a lot of vitamin C serums, and may help with hyperpigmentation. Licorice root extract and kojic acid. Those are good for dark spots. This looks like a promising product. Ascorbyl tetraisopalmitate. It's not evidence-based for doing anything, but it's in there. And it's odd, they market it as kind of like a vitamin C serum, but there are other good ingredients in here. Like, why not market it as a kojic acid dark spot corrector? I don't know. Vitamin C, like, people need to stop, like, being so enamored with vitamin C. Like, I've gone on and on and on about all the limitations of it in skincare products. Like, I think that it's fine if it's in there, but like, it gets too much airtime. How cute is this? I don't know what this is, but it's got a little dolphin on it. That's adorable. Guava and lychee. Aren't these cute too? I love these cooling eye masks. What are these? By Florence by Mills. That's a mask. Are these it? Yeah, the swimming under the eyes gel pads. These are fun to do. They help kind of calm down swelling temporarily, brighten things up. But these are expensive, $34. I mean, this is a celebrity, right? Fun fact, I had never heard of this chick, Millie Bobby Brown. And when this brand first came out, I thought it was like some kind of collaboration between the makeup artist Bobby Brown and Florence and the Machine. I'm just so cool. No, Kopari. They're always here. Sometimes they send me PR, and honestly, I have never really been impressed with any of their products, except there was a lip balm that I rather liked. But everything else has been underwhelming. Like, I tried one of their body washes, was not impressed. And I tried one of these scrubs, not the body butter, but they had like a scrub that they sent me, and I tried it and it made a mess. So, I don't know. I mean, it's not anything I would ever recommend anyway, but it was not an enjoyable mess. Hard wax beans. This is for waxing. Heavily extravagant waxing experience. That just seems like way too much work. Just get those NADS ones if you're gonna do at-home waxing. I've used those before. They work pretty well. They're like strips. NADS. Who remembers when NADS? It's like a mother and daughter duo. And they used to run these infomercials like on QVC. And it was so odd because they'd be on there and they'd be like, it's all natural, you can even eat it. And they'd be like most of the infomercial would be them like sticking their finger in there, showing you the consistency, and then like eating the NADS. It was kind of weird. Anyways, all that to say, the strips that you could still buy them. You can buy them in the store. The infomercials, I think, are a thing of the past. But they have these strips with the NADS goo on them already. Those work really well, in my experience. But this just seems like a lot of work. All this jazzy colored wax. I don't know. If you are on Accutane, stay away from waxing. It can really give you a lot of sores because your skin can't handle the trauma of the waxing. Likewise, if you're using a retinoid, you don't want to do waxing in the area where you're using retinoid. It can pull off a lot of skin, cause little sores for sure. I try stopping it a few weeks before, but it's still risky. Ooh, this looks promising. The African Black Soap Reviving Shampoo. I love shampoos that have this like pointed dispenser. Melanin with revitalizing tea tree, soothing turmeric, and black cumin seed. 20 bucks. I like the packaging on this brand. I'm kind of intimidated by things like this. Like I would worry that my hair would get tangled up and then it would like fry it. Speaking of hair care products, I 10 out of 10 recommend this Heat and UV Protective Primer. This is really good. The Hairdresser's Invisible Oil. This is really good if you have color treated hair to reduce weathering if you're going to be outside doing stuff. Because UV rays actually can damage your hair strands, and that if you have color treated hair, that will affect the lifespan of your hair color. But if you have blonde hair, naturally blonde hair, UV rays can kind of discolor the hair for sure. It's a lot more vulnerable than brown or black hair. Well, I have to say, the initial launch of the Ulta in that Target was much more impressive than the 1 month follow-up, because I feel as though they haven't really kept up on their inventory. There were a lot of gaps in knowledge, if you will. But we did get some good verbiage in there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. On the end slate, I'm going to put my last Target Shop With Me video. I go over like some products by Peter Thomas Roth, Sunday Riley, so definitely check that one out if you missed it. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye!